Oh, wow! Look at that!
It's a bottle graveyard.
Oh, look! Oh,
that.
that has got to come home with us. Bottles everywhere. This is just unbelievable. Do you think that in there is a pipe bowl?
Okay, folks, this is complicated. We're actually staying in Yorkshire, but Yorkshire's that way, 40 miles north of where we are. Why have we come south? The British weather. There is a storm on its way. It is threatening to dump 1 month's rain in one day. And that is happening over the Scotland, Cumbria, and coming down through Yorkshire. We wanted to get a film made. We've come south in order to make that film because there's a window here for an hour or two before the storm hits. It's a bit of a strange one. We're not sure exactly where we are or what we're looking at, but we were given a postcode and an aerial picture of Google Maps. That was provided by Gary. Big thank you, Gary. You were a gentleman for that, and it saved the day today. So we're going to check this area out. You can hear the noise. We've got motorways, we've got all sorts. We've got a canal over there, a canal over there. This is really at the centre of the transport links for the city. There's even a train line running straight past here. So wait and see what noises you hear. But the important thing is we hope to find the bottles. And it's looking good because as we walk on this field, there's a bottle right at my feet.
Look at that. We spotted that as we were walking past. And this is Snowdrop J. Lion and Co. Limited. Liverpool.
Liverpool.
I love that when it says Snowdrop.
There we go.
Well, this feels a little bit like Hansel and Gretel. We're walking along thinking, I can't see anything. And then there's a broken bottle there. And there's a brown bottle there. With nothing on it. But we leave that there and follow the trail. And here's the lid off a very big casserole type thing. Look at the size of that. Pretty immense.
That's a bit of size, isn't it? It's a chunk.
And then we got some jars here. So I think we're on the right track. We're hey, following the track, and we found some more bottles. There's this one. I like that. Nothing written on it. And whoa, now that's a big flask one. Very nice, but nothing written again. Let's have a look at this one.
Something on there, isn't there?
Yeah, Threll Falls Limited. Salford. Oh, another interesting one.
There it is. I tell you what, that hip flask you picked up, you'd need a big hip for that.
Found some more. This is clever, this. Finding loads of things. Oh, what does that say on there?
Oh, it's an old milk pot, isn't it? Very old milk pot.
Yeah.
I got my glasses on, let's have a look. Dairies Limited, Lancashire, Manchester.
This is the writing there, I think, is it?
Yeah, it's Lancashire Hygienic Dairies Limited, Manchester.
Very cute.
So that is a bit of a ding,
Yeah.
but we've never seen a bottle like that, so I think that comes with us.
As I'm looking, I can see more and more bottles and jars. Look at that. Whoa. Have a look at this one. Looks like another flask shape. Very noisy. Yep, it's a flask shape. Nothing written on it, and it's an amber colour.
And it's far more hip-sized than the previous
It
one.
is. And there are lots of jars in there. Look at this, everywhere you look, there are more. Oh, I think we may be virtually where we want to get to. We've got a poison bottle there, but the top's smashed. And a sauce bottle, and a wine bottle. Oh, I can see the top of. I can open you very carefully. J.H. Jones and Sons. Oh, that is cute. Oh. Something else. Let's have a look. It's a jar. We found loads of jars. FVF. That's quite a big chunky one. You remember we lost Manky on the last video?
Yeah.
And you said that he was firmly fixed in. I just noticed that is not firmly fixed to you, so you could lose him again. So it wasn't Manky, it was you.
I was rushing this morning to catch the traffic.
Right, that's what it was.
And I forgot to clip him on. Here we go. There we go, look, see? Through there. On there. Clickety click. Manky safe.
At last. I've been trading on some bottles here too. Let's have a look what this one is. This is
It's a neat little one.
Chorley, T&R Smith Chorley. That's nice, it's got quite a texture on there, and it's got some fluting around the bottom. Beer bottle, I say. Oh, I think that's quite cute. We'll take this home and clean it up. If you'd like to see it, don't forget, Saturday evening every week, 9 PM UK time, we show you our finds cleaned up. We have a chat, have a quiz, and a lot of fun. See you there. There's something else poking out there. Oh, that has got lots of dings on it. Shame as it's a pretty old milk bottle, but it's dead, I think. What does it say on it?
There we are. Hampson's 6A, Derbyshire Lane, Stretford.
Shame it's in such a bad way.
I don't know, that seems to have a certain beauty to it.
You think so?
Yeah, especially where it's been so dinged. Let me take it and clean it and see what it looks like.
Okie dokie.
I think it just might suit me.
Now there's a bottle digger's hole there, and I thought they may be worth checking out because we found a few things in the undergrowth. And look here. I thought this was a plastic bottle, it's so big. Look at that. What a whopper. Not sure what was in there. It's rather large. Oh, WWH. What is it? HMM, no. It's WWH. Hello, Mr. Johnson.
Hello. I'm in a hole again.
You are.
This is broken,
Right.
but the reason I'm showing it is because I thought that was a
Oh, it's got a really
lovely,
nice pattern on it,
pretty
doesn't it?
faceted piece, isn't it?
That's very pretty.
And in fact, if I had the room to take bottles for cutting down, I'd be tempted. But I really don't. So I'll
Right.
just put that there a second.
What else you got? Ooh,
That I got just because just show you, because it's a neat little pickle jar.
it is. Very neat.
Normally they're bigger than that. And then a sauce bottle.
Right.
Now I know you said we always find sauce bottles, but I don't recall finding chef sauce before.
Oh, yes, we haven't had a chef
I don't think we
sauce.
have. We've had HP, we've had Fletcher's, we've had Heinz.
Tiger, is it sauce? Something
Tiger
like that?
sauce, that's a
But
Fletcher's Tiger
no,
sauce.
we haven't had a chef
So I'm going
sauce.
to pop that in the bag.
Right. Oh, I just put my foot down and thought there's something just crunched, and let's have a look what it is. Oh, there's some stinging there. Let's get my glove on. Right, let's have a look. Oh, look, it was a beautiful vase.
Pass me the bits, love. One bit.
3.
Bits.
Oh, there's the top. And another bit. Another 2 bits. Right, so that's all the bits. Do you think you could put that together in the shed?
Now, I don't know if it's the whole thing. I think not. But it's certainly pretty and worth the try. Come on, down to the shed, folks, and let's see what this looks like when the Gorilla Glue has done its work. Well, hi everyone, and it's lovely to have you back with me in the shed. And we're here to do a repair. Now, last week, of course, I was using our Kintsugi repair kit off Lexi. But this week, I'm back with the good old standard brush-topped Gorilla Glue, which has served me well in the past. Because whilst this handful of bits may not look much at the moment, I'm hoping that they will look a little more impressive in a few minutes' time. Just as in the past, I've been able to recreate this from the pieces that we found on another walk on the river. And of course, before that, that was in Yorkshire, this was far more local, we were able to bring this one back to this position and looking good, I believe, up on the shelf. So the glue has done the job before. It's all down to the bits we've got. Of course, as well as ornamental pieces such as these, I've also done teapots, and I did that huge flagon. If you haven't seen that video, it's well worth watching. I had my heart in my mouth when I put that thing together. It was about 2 foot tall. Lots of jobs that we've done. Another job to do. But before I do it, I just want to say I've had a few comments about the picture up here behind me. And I think the latest comment was from Shelley, who said, I'd like to see a closer look at that picture. Well, I'll show you that picture right now. Here we go. Hey, yep. Here we are, folks. That's myself and Caroline 40 odd years ago. Well, not 40 odd years ago, 40 years plus, I should say, as we celebrated our 40th wedding anniversary, a ruby wedding in September. But there we are, up on the shed wall. As anyone in the family will tell you, I like my photographs. I like having photographs around. They help me because I have no pictorial memory at all. As I often joke, everyone else seems to be working on Windows and I'm still working on DOS, because I have no pictures in my head. Then I love pictures, but I have to be very careful the pictures that I use in the shed, simply because, as was discussed in the chat just this week, I do believe in ensuring that anyone whose images appear, they've given permission and they're not troubled by it. So that's why I don't show pictures of the children, the grandchildren. But I can make an exception to that, because the latest picture that's going to be going in the shed is this one here. And on that picture, you can see 4 generations, because there's myself, in case you're wondering which one I am, I'm the guy in the hat. Behind me is my mum. Just ahead of me is my son Nathan, and then his son Max. 4 generations of the family, and that's going to be taking pride of place down here as well, amongst the pictures that I like to have around me. But the pictures of the other children and grandchildren, they stay out of sight. The reason I can show that one is because Nathan and Max and Mam are all happy to be seen on the channel. So there we go. That's the next picture to go up. But enough of my pictures and my preferences for being surrounded by images of the people I love. Let's get on and get this thing made. If all the bits are there anyway. When I say all the bits, I don't mean enough to make a full vase, but I would like enough that 2 or 3 of them join together. Let's have a look what we can do. in the process of putting this together, just stop for a moment to show you something. This piece here, although it looks very well lined up, was just a fraction out, so it was making it a bit difficult to fit the piece. But when I attempted to reopen that join there, it wasn't having it, and it actually separated along a new floor above the glue. Just thought that was worth mentioning because people say, how good is that glue you're using? Folks, I don't have a link, I don't have anything to do with the company or anything, and they're not backing me up, and I'm sure there are other products that do a good job, but I might as well stick with what I know, and that just goes to prove that even in an attempt to separate a piece that I glued a couple of minutes ago, it actually broke the pot. Which isn't the end of the world, because I've got plenty of glue and I'll put it back together, which I'll do just now. Come on. Okay, there it is, folks. There's the vase. Half a vase. Not bad. Very pretty the way the handle is joined up on the top. But as you know, Caroline tends to christen me these days Plinth Man. And I want to just show you something that we haven't found yet. Yes, that's the beauty of time travel in the shed. We're going to go back in a minute to the dump, and folks, you will be amazed at what we're about to discover. And in the location we discover, which is absolutely incredible, it's mind-blowing to be honest, I discovered a plinth. Yes, I've only given her a little wipe over, but I found this plinth, and you'll see me finding this now in a few minutes time. But what I thought was, perhaps, to give this that little bit more lift and presence, because the colouring on the bottom of this vase is so similar, then maybe that is how it should be displayed here in the Shed Museum. What do you think, folks? I think that looks absolutely wonderful. Well, I'm happy with that, so it's time to get out of the shed, get back over there and find that plinth that we've just used. After all, time travel is okay, but we've got to go back to do the things that have to be done. And this is well worth doing. Come on, let's get back over there now and enjoy ourselves as we find an unbelievable location.
We found a hole. There can't be anything in the hole, but there are some bits of broken bottles around it. There's some there. Let's have a look over here. Somebody's found some black tea. Let's go around, and we've got a broken bottle, a broken pot, 2 beer bottles, and another one around there, which is broken. So there are things to be found here. We just need to find out where to go to find them. Somebody's had a whale of a time with this plastic tape. Look, it's everywhere. Let's go exploring in the scary woods. Aha. Is that? Oh yes, it's a milk glass jar. Oh, it's actually in quite good condition too. There's ponds on the bottom, but I can hear Phil clattering. Let's go find out where he's clattering to. If he's clattering, that means he found something.
have a dilemma.
Oh dear, let's come and see your dilemma.
Let's see my dilemma.
Go on then.
Here is the dilemma of a mudlarker, bottle collector, bottle dump examiner, historian, whatever you want to be when you're on a place like this.
Yeah.
This is small. It's neat. It'll fit in my bag, but it's not very interesting.
No, it's not got any writing on.
No. This one, on the other hand, is an Old Trafford bottle,
Oh,
which
lovely.
is terribly interesting, but so jolly big.
Heavy it is, isn't it? So what are you going to do? You're going to go for the big one or the little one?
Well, all I can say is, because this was an impromptu visit, literally dictated by the weather this morning, we haven't had the opportunity to contact our friends who live locally, and that's the Manchester Mudlarkers, Sarah and Mick. I'm sure you all watch their channel. If not, why not? They're brilliant. But there's one tip that Sarah gave me the last time we were with her. Make sure you've got a bag for life in your bag, Phil. And today, I've got a bag for life in my bag. So
Well
thank you,
done.
Sarah. The big bottle's coming home with me.
Aha! It's looking good. It's looking good. There's a jar there. I'm resisting the urge to pick up anything that's not terribly exciting, even though most of this is quite exciting, because we can't carry too much. But let's have a look. What's this? An old wine bottle.
Car,
What?
guess what?
What?
Come this way, 4 feet.
This way 4 feet.
Yeah, come through by here.
Right.
Come through by
What
here.
has he found?
I don't wish to disturb you. I know you're excited about those bottles you just found there, but look, yeah.
Oh wow! Look at that!
It's a bottle graveyard.
Right, look, it goes both ways as far as the eye can see.
Come on, folks, jump into the bottle graveyard with us. Let's see what we can find.
Right, let's have a little look up here before we go down into the trench. We've got a Bovril jar and a cute little jar, a bottle. And there's, the bottom of a shoe there, which I'm going to take with me, put in my journal. And when Phil called me, I was looking at something metal. And I thought, oh, I wonder if that's some sort of toy. And do you think I can find it? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's part of a metal shoe. Oh, I'm glad I found it now. It was worth coming back for. But now let's go down to the Trench of Temptation. So this is the Trench of Temptation. Let's walk along and have a look, see what we can see. There's a piece of marble there. We've got a Fletcher's glass sauce bottle. We've got lots of broken bottles. There's a clear poison bottle. I won't pick them all up now. We just have a little walk up first and see what there is to see, because there's just so much. We won't get anywhere if we pick them all up. Wandering along. Now that's the bottle Phil said he liked, but because it was broken, he wasn't going to take it. And there is a whole one. Do you think he'd be interested? Phil,
Yeah?
look what we found.
Oh, cool one.
Yep, it's the one you wanted, isn't it?
Indeed. That's lovely. That's fantastic. Paste pot.
Oh, we always find a paste pot.
And
And,
to go with your pretty bottle, look at that.
oh wow, look at that one. Isn't that gorgeous? I don't know if you can see the texture on it, but it's lovely.
I'm going to have to give it a good clean because it's in the spoil. So as you pull it out of the spoil dumps, they're covered in mud. But look at this.
Oh, what else have you got? Ooh, 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 ooh. Booth's Distillery London. Oh, that's a nice one.
That's smart,
A little
eh?
bit mucky inside, but that is lovely.
I think it's definitely time to get out the spare bag.
So we're back from Phil and carrying on up the Trench of Temptation. Let's see what else we can see. Oh, there are just so many bottles and jars to handle. At the bottom of the flower pot. There's another one of those brown flasks. I love those. Oh look, twins. And that one's a screw top. Very messy. All these leaves. Phew. That was a screw top. That one's a cork top. Let's have a look what's hidden under there. Another jar. There's a broken one. Another jar. We keep wandering along. Oh, that's a pretty bottle. Look at the patterning on that. and a teapot. Not a lot of it, but it's a teapot, so he does love his teapot. Got more broken glass bits of pottery starting to appear now. There's a Ridge pottery jar. What is a medlock without Ridge pottery? Oh, what's written on this? Now, I don't have my glasses on, but I'm going to guess Brill cream. There's a bone. Ooh. Some dog had a real time with that. And now I'm having to be very careful because there is a lot of broken glass underfoot. This just goes on and on. Oh, I can see a huge hole at the end. I wonder if there's a bottle digger in it. You say, clear off and leave me in peace. Oh, look at the size on that. It's like the bottom of a toilet from the Victorian times. It's all fluted. Absolutely gorgeous, but staying here is far too heavy to take. Oh, an M&S bottle there. That's lovely. Pure clean milk. Pasteurised. Look at the amount of jam jars. It's just amazing. I'm carrying along the Trench of Temptation. Find. Hello? Hello, is anybody there? No? Oh, okay, bye. Oh, that's cute, it's a little lid. Oh, I'm sure we found broken bits of pot that would have fitted on. Now we've got the lid, but none of the broken bits. Oh well, we'll take that with us anyway. Probably a little mustard pot, I would say. A little gap there to put your spoon into. There's a teapot with a bottle in it.
Teapot.
Teapot.
Teapot. Want to see what I found? I haven't found a teapot. At the bottom, if you take that, that's quite interesting because it's a nice shape, but it's got a cork in the top with a hole in.
Looks quite chemical, doesn't it? Like
It
from a
does.
laboratory.
Some form of dispensary. This one I picked up, but what I liked if you turn it round is we've still got a third of the label.
Oh yes.
Which I thought was quite impressive.
Can't read it, but it's very interesting.
What was that?
Oh, that's a pretty jar, isn't it? Lovely.
Now this, I've just picked up. I'm not going to put it in the bag. It's plain, it's boring, but it's got a little bit of nostalgia. For all those whoever had to fish out the little bit of skin from the sterilised milk when your mum made you a cup of tea.
Ew.
Before we had a fridge, we drank milk out of bottles like this, and there was always that little bit of skin on the top that floated up in your tea or got caught in your mouth, and it wasn't nice. So there we are, our mum, sterilised milk bottle just for you. And now for my super find, I found a plinth.
Oh yes, that's a very nice plinth. You can cut that off and you use it that way to hold a candle, or turn it that way and stick something strange on it.
I'll come up with something,
I'm sure you will. Back to the Trench of Temptation. And what have we got? Now, one of those. Surprise, surprise, lots more sauce jars, jam pots, wine jars. Oh, there's a glass. We haven't had many glasses. Or is it the bottom of a bottle? Ah, I think it may be the bottom of something. It's definitely smashed. And there is where the bottle diggers have given up and gone home for their tea. I think. I can't see any stuck in there. Let's go right down to the bottom and have a look, see what we discovered at the end of the trench. Nothing that I can see hanging out. You can see why they gave up and went home at this point. We've got a brown jar, a paste, oh I don't think it's a paste pot, and more Ridge pottery. What's this? It's got writing on it. Oh, it broke as I picked it up, but I'm going to take that very carefully and see if I can fix it. I have no idea what it is or what it says because I haven't got my glasses on. It'll be interesting when we get back home. I just picked this up. That looks like more of that little bit of, I don't know, sign, label. I can see it says girl. We'll take that and see if that actually joins on to the other bits.
Here we go, folks. I found a little bottle.
Oh, very nice. Octagonal shaped amber glass.
Yes, now that can go in my collection because I've picked up a few of these up in Yorkshire. So hopefully I can add that to my collection, make a nice apocryphal shell.
Apothecary?
That's the word. Shelf. Oh, we make a wonderful team. And
Oh, a teapot in 2 halves.
it is in 2 halves, look. But it goes together well.
Ooh, that's worth gluing.
That's definitely
it's a
worth
shame we
gluing.
didn't have the rest of the
I can't
spout,
see it there, I did look. But as you can see, at the moment, it's a pot in 2 halves. But that's certainly one for the shed.
Now what you found?
Milk bottle. I think today is my day for milk bottles. I love the milk bottles here, they're fantastic. I can tell you something about this milk bottle. It's from the time of the telephone.
All right.
Because it says, phone Moss Side 1727.
Ooh,
Smith's Dairy, Old Trafford.
very nice.
That is coming home with me.
Right, the Trench of Temptation goes all the way down here too. So let's wander along, see what we got. Oh, that's a nice one. Very obelisky. I don't know if obelisky is a proper word, but I think it looks obelisky. So let's have some music as I take you along and you can see the sort of things we're finding. It is amazing. Is this a... Oh, that's a very unusual shaped piece of glass. Can't see what's on it. I think that's... Oh no, just decoration. That's lovely. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I like it. And what have you got, Mr. Johnson?
Now, dilemma strikes. You find an unusual bit of glass and you pop it in your neat little bag. I find an unusual shaped jar.
That is very lovely. Very big and very heavy. But look at that. Oh, I love that.
What about that?
Can I give you that? Oh, look.
at
Oh,
that.
that has got to come home with us. Wow, I don't know if the camera is picking up the relief on that. That is absolutely wonderful. Oh, I love that. Under these trees, I found some jars, just 1 or 2. So if you get your eyes really tuned in now, and don't forget, shout if you see something. You may find something. What's that? Did somebody say they've seen a bottle? If you haven't seen a bottle, there's something wrong with your screen. It's just loaded with bottles. Look at it.
To be honest today, folks, this is Where's Wally Gone Bottle Dump Crazy. You're looking amongst the discarded bottles. Now this has been almost industrialized the way they've dug through here on this trench, and these are all discarded. Why? They have no significant monetary value, but of course for us it's all about the look and about the history, and I've just spotted a gem amongst them all.
A gem?
Because it's another milk bottle. I'm having a milk
Again.
bottle day today.
Oh, you're very
but this
excited.
is not just any milk bottle. This is an M&S milk bottle.
Very nice. I found one of these, but it was in a lot worse condition. That's nice. I like that. I love the big white necks on them.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? I just love them. And M&S, gotta go home. And lots of information about the various societies, dairy societies in the area. That, folks, is history in the palm of my hand.
Now I know Phil's been picking up milk bottles, But we found this little dinky one. I thought we'd have a look, see what it says. Attucks Dairy, Stretford. If it didn't have a little ding there, I would have taken that back to use to water my plants. I've got 2 plants in my studio. I've got Dolores and Samantha. And at the moment I'm using a green bottle. I'm looking for something perhaps a little bit more suitable, and I think that would have been, but it's broken, so I'm not going to take it. What's on this little bottle? Old Farm Pickles. Oh, I like that. Ooh, I'm taking that. Now this is interesting. It's a little milk bottle, but it's not got a raised pattern. It's etched. H. Bolling Hill, Oxford, Old Grifford, Old Trafford. I got there in the end. Old Trafford. Oh, do I keep it or not? I shouldn't. I'll think about it. What have you got?
I love just the top neck of that.
Oh yes, very space age, isn't it?
And then one of those companies that decided to spell all the words different.
Right, so
it's got fruit, F-R-U-T.
Right.
And then it's got an A, so it's Fruta, and then Crush with a K. Fruta Crush drinks.
Ooh, I like that.
Registered, see?
Fruta Crush drinks.
And I'm going to suggest we take home a sauce bottle.
Oh no, not a sauce bottle.
Now, I gotta be honest folks, if I had £1 for every Fletcher's of Selby sauce bottle we have seen in this trench of temptation, I could have filled 2 bags.
No, you said that wrong. It's the trench of temptation.
Sorry, I'll rephrase that. The trench of temptation.
That'll do.
Thank you. I'm trying. I'll keep practicing. But this one, I think, it's got sauce there, so I thought it's going to say Fletcher's on the other side, but it doesn't.
Oh, Cheerio sauce. Oh, I like that.
We haven't had that, have we?
No, that's funny.
So that's a second sauce bottle today that we haven't picked up before. Can I just say to all you folks up north, you like your sauce and you like your variety of sauce too. There we are. 2 for the bag, 1 for the backpack, 1 for the big bag.
Pudding bowl. Ooh, what's on this bottle? Walker and Humphreys Limited. That's a big heavy bottle. Oh, now this is interesting. It could be a weightlifting belt, but I think that's probably from a blacksmith or something like that. Somebody's repaired it and used it a little bit, but that is very old, very tough leather. Comes with a free wood louse. Look how many times it's been repaired. I wonder whose that was. Oh, that's a very cute one. Little tiny paste pot, meat paste pot. Isn't that sweet? I like that. And we got a piece of glass. I wonder what that was. Oh, a bit of newspaper. Let's have a look at this. Gibraltar's Scare. Ooh. And what's on this? The year 5698 starts for Jews. Oh, I might take that, have a look at it, see if there's anything interesting in it. Look at all these things. There's so many things. You can possibly take it all home without a couple of lorries. Well, I just love looking at it. It's another little dinky milk bottle. Strathmore Dairies sale. Very chipped, these ones. We're finding lots of them, but they're all in quite damaged condition. Unlike the sauce bottles that seem to have survived. We go over here. Just bottles everywhere. This is just unbelievable. So jars. Ooh, that's a biggie. I want to have a look at that. I can't get under the tree, so I'll try yanking it forward. Look at the size on that and the weight. I think it must be full of something. I can't see anything written on the bottom. And the lid is pretty damaged too. I wonder what was in there. It's green that side, pink that side.
Hello.
Ah, here's a bottle digger's hole. And I found somebody in the hole. Hello.
I'm in the hole.
You're in the hole again.
I've been really good.
Are you?
Yeah, see, little things. Look at a cute little paste pot.
Well done.
Little ink bottle.
Very nice.
Yeah, this not so little. but I brought it to show you because I just thought it's one of them.
Scott's emulsion, is it?
It is, but they try to improve on cod liver oil by adding some lime soda. So it just goes to show that some people realised that cod liver oil didn't taste its best neat. So use your cod liver oil cocktail.
Ooh.
With lime.
Very cool.
Look at that.
That's nice.
That was down in the hole.
Little vase. Oh, it's not in very good condition, is it? Oh, I don't know. I thought that you were smashed, but it's like,
actually the shape, isn't
oh,
it?
It's like
top.
a big fish.
The bottom's had a little bit of a ding.
Yes, but the top is really good. You could stick that onto one of your plinths. It would look almost good as new.
Almost. Hey, it's not about being as good as new, it's just about being good.
Aha, I spy a bit more news, people. Let's have a look at that. JP of B, a whiff. Something cost £5. It's in very poor condition, isn't it? Oh, I think I'm going to take that and dry it out. I love these old bits of newspaper and books. Oh, now that's very useful.
It's not very useful, actually. It's a half a one.
It's only half useful.
But it's quite pretty, isn't it?
It is very nice.
But at the right angle, you wouldn't know that it was quite as badly damaged.
No, it looks marvellous from there.
Do I?
Oh, you always look marvellous, darling.
Thank you.
Oh, was it time for dinner?
Saucepan bach.
Oh, there we go. You'll be able to cook us a quick meal.
Is that right? Is it saucepan bach? Is that a saucepan bach? Yeah, because saucepan fawr would be big saucepan.
Yes.
Saucepan bach, little saucepan.
Yep.
And that's a little saucepan.
Well done.
There we are. Bit of Welsh, folks, only because I know the song.
Oh, multicultural mudlarking.
It's a saucepan bach. I don't know what the Welsh is for with a big hole in the bottom, but it has seen better days, and I think it'll do better here than in our house.
Yes, I'm not cooking with that.
No. Nice habitat for something to live in, I'm sure.
What are you doing down that hole now?
Sticking with the theme of trying to resist temptation for large bottles and get small ones. On the bottom that says the Dowds of Manchester.
Oh right, well, that's one we haven't seen.
And it's a nice little bottle.
It is. But you better get out of that hole because you're finding far too much.
Okay. I will get out of the hole. I often mention a spoonful of malt that my gran used to give me, and I say that jar looks like it, that jar looks like it. Folks, that jar is it. I'm sure that's the style jar that Granny had the malt in.
Right.
It's quite a chunky thing.
It is.
And you could get your spoon in the top. She'd get a dessert spoon and scoop it out and give you a spoonful along with the cod liver oil.
Oh, is that a marble? Oh, look, it's not a marble. It's the top of a glass bottle jar. Oh, it's a shame it's not a marble. And it's a shame there's not a whole lid, but it's lovely to see. Now, to have that whole jar with a whole lid, imagine how impressive that would look on a shelf.
Normally, we would try and avoid the noise of the background traffic. Today, that isn't going to happen. In fact, while I'm speaking, you may even hear a train go by. Because we're, as I mentioned, right at the centre of the transport hub for a city. And the story of this city is centred on the transport. But what you won't hear, but what is nearby, are the canals. Up this way, we have the big Manchester-Liverpool Canal. Over that way, we have the Bridgewater Canal. And as we speak, there are boats travelling along those canals, but they travel so silently. They were the motorways of their day, not for speed, and certainly not for the level of noise. And you won't find ducks on a motorway, but you certainly will on the canal. But what they did do was carry the loads. Today, as we travel on the motorways, we see all of the lorries loaded with all kinds of things. They carry everything from steel girders to grain to fuel, even somebody's house on the back of a lorry. You never know what you're going to spot as you travel along the motorway. And it was the same back in the 17 and 1800s on the canals, because they carried all of the stuff needed to feed the people, but also they carried the goods in and out of the city that gave commerce. And commerce was the name of the game. If you weren't making money, the city didn't grow. It stayed a village. But in these parts, villages grew into towns, grew into cities because they had the links. As I say, over this way you've got the Bridgewater Canal. That was opened in 1771 and then extended in 1776 to come right down to the Mersey. And then the other big deal around here was the 1830s, when rail became the issue. Because in the 1830s, the first intercity railway line in the world was here. The Liverpool and Manchester railway line, that was the first intercity, and that opened here in 1830. So we're going back a bit. But there was a big deal, something phenomenal that took place. As I mentioned, the canal above us, and that is the Liverpool-Manchester, or depending where you live, the Manchester-Liverpool Canal. We drove over it on the way in on one of those motorways that we mentioned, and you can still see the industrial landscape that grew up on either side of that canal. It's far more modernised today. They've got all sorts of industry as well as entertainment facilities along that area. But the area was built up because the canal was there. And what a canal. Yes, in 1870, the businessmen of Manchester decided they needed more supplies. But they also were somewhat aggrieved by the high port charges they were paying at Liverpool. So here's the solution. Move the port to Manchester. You say, hang on, Manchester is inland. That didn't stop these guys, because this wasn't a brand new idea. They revived an idea that was first mooted in the 1660s, and 110 years later, they did it. They ran a ship canal, a canal that could carry the big vessels straight out of the sea all the way to Manchester and drop off its goods. So by the 1870s, they were ready for something big, and they went for it. An idea from 110 years earlier revived, and the discussions were on. The petitioning of Parliament took place, and by 1887 the work began on a 33-mile canal, and by 1893 the canal was open. It was a high price. The financial costs, there goes one of those trains I talked about. The financial cost was incredible. It cost a fortune, but there was also a human cost, as it cost over 130 men's lives as they dug through and opened up the channel that was necessary to bring the ships to the new port in Manchester. And history is now repeating itself. The fortunes that were made from that canal when it came here are being revived again, because the new owners of the canal decided to reuse it. After all, in many ways, if we want to lower emissions, it's not a matter of finding new technology, but perhaps, to a degree, rediscovering the old. And that's exactly what they did. Currently, 8,000 containers per year are being brought up the canal now. But by 2030, they have plans to increase that to 100,000 containers. So, history, yes, but also the canals are part of our future. Not just for the leisure and the lovely boats and the ducks, but still keeping industry alive in the heart of a city that thought ahead and made their plans long ago. Well, that's a lot of history. Let's get back to the dump and see if we can find a lot of finds.
Right, we spotted a jar in there, so Phil is going to brave the snakes and spiders. Don't worry.
I didn't know there were snakes and spiders.
There aren't, don't worry, you'll be fine. See if he can pick up the jar and find out what it says. We can see there's writing on it, we just can't see what it says.
The old farm pickles.
Ooh.
But it's not that old, because it does have the screw top.
I think I found one like this over on the other side. It looks green, but when you put it up to the sky, it's white. Very interesting though, isn't it? The oldie farm pickles. Yeah?
I know there's no snakes and spiders. But I can see somebody's set of teeth down there, I think.
Oh, really?
Look.
Oh, there's a set of false teeth. Oh, yuck.
There's teeth sticking out of the ground.
No, I'm not going anywhere near there. I'm going over here.
Across the camera, I show everybody the teeth.
Oh, go on, you go look.
Look. There's somebody's false teeth, I assume. At least I hope they're false teeth. I hope they're not attached to the rest of a person under the ground here. Well, I'm not going to dig to find out, that's for sure. Ah! Found another one of them.
Oh, very cute, very cute.
That's going on my shelf.
I was just about to say to Phil, we found all these bottles, but we haven't found a pipe. Do you think that in there is a pipe bowl?
Oh ho ho!
I think it could be, and it's a small one. Oh
me...
wow, look! It is, I can't see what's on it.
Tell you what.
Oh, look at
Do you want me to have a little look with my glasses on? And
be very careful with it.
I'll give you that bottle to look at in a minute, because I just spotted that, and that's really like it. That's very Poirot-esque. That side to it.
Brill cream.
See the side on it?
Yep, very much in the style of Brill cream, isn't it? They seem to have cornered the market on that shaped bottle, but I'm really more interested in my pipes then. What does it say? My pipe bowl, sorry.
There's no words.
Right.
But there's a floral pattern there, and a flower coming down there.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And then there's the rib there. It looks like a corn sheath. Another flower there, and another rib pattern down the front. That's going to clean up lovely.
I just picked this up thinking, oh, it's probably not a bunny, even though it looks like a bunny, and I think it is. Look, with the long ears or ears. Nothing else of it here, just that little bit, but oh, I think that's so cute. I just found this. I thought, oh, it's just a bit of green broken glass. I won't bother turning the camera on, but look at that, it's whole. It's got the plastic lid with DDK, I think it is, on the top there. I think that's lovely. Let's have a look up against the sunshine. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now, there's a whopper of a bottle. I don't think it's extremely old because it's screw top, but let's hope we pick it up and have a look. Oh, it's full of good and jiggly stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, all that, and there's nothing on it at all.
Chunky old poison bottle.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
A fair old size.
I would imagine Dettol, but I could be wrong.
I would have thought a kitchen product in that size, wouldn't you? Rather than something that's for medicine purposes.
Yeah.
I would have said, yeah, Dettol quite possibly. And there's a tiny bottle. Well, not tiny, but for its purpose, like a little sauce bottle.
A little dinky sauce bottle. Good for dinky sauce.
Indeed. I'm trouble shaking the sauce out of that, I would have thought.
What have you got there?
I'm still amused and amazed at just how much of that London tonic made its way up north.
Woodward, the chemist, London.
It just goes to show what we were saying earlier about the transport links and how important they are, and how cities thrive by moving things between the cities, because up here in the north you're talking the big cities of York and Halifax and Bradford, and down into Manchester and Liverpool and the rest, and everywhere we go we find stuff from Woodward's London chemist. Hello Mrs. Johnson, you're in a hole.
I am, you look so tall.
I'm a tall boy today. You know, that's the funny thing about visiting somewhere different. Something that you think, oh, I've never seen that before, suddenly becomes less rare as you walk along. We've just turned off the path into this hole, and you know that lovely Brill cream jar I found earlier on?
We've got another one. 2.
I now have 3.
Oh, they're so common.
But they're still lovely. Well, I can honestly say that we did not come out today for the peace and quiet. We have had that constant hum of the motorway. But boy, am I glad we came out. Am I glad that the storm is coming in and drove us 40 miles south of where we were planning to be? Yes, I am. I hope you are too. I hope you had a wonderful time with us here on this dump and travelling through the trench of temptation. Did I get that right? Did I get that right?
Yes,
Did I get that
very
right?
impressive.
But as we come to the close, I'm going to say yet again, it's Caroline with Find of the Day, because that little pipe bowl is absolutely stunning, and we so wanted to find a pipe bowl here today, and we did. If you've enjoyed being here with us, please give us that thumbs up. That'd be brilliant. If you've got friends who would enjoy traveling with us, then share this video with your friends. But most importantly, we always say it and we always mean it. Till the next time, have fun. Bye.
Bye.